right, so we are back. So from one series with a team up 2-0, or a team down 0-2, however you want to look at it, half full, half empty, right? We have a series that is tied 1-1, Denver and Portland. So last night, Denver, they reenacted some revenge versus Portland from game one. They were not going to let them all the way take away home field advantage from them, even though they somewhat have done that already with that first victory. But they managed to make sure to defend their home court last night, and they were able to beat Portland 128 to 109. So the biggest takeaway for me is Dame didn't really have as much help last night as he did game one. I mean, man dropped 43, and they still lost convincingly. I mean, he was on fire that first half. He brought him all the way back, and then it was just like the second half. They were like, "No, we're gonna contest everything. We're gonna make somebody else beat us." And Melo didn't do what he did the first game. McCollum had over 20 points too, but it just all around it wasn't enough from the other supporting cast to really it's kind of offset what Denver was doing. They got points from just about everybody contributed with remember Aaron Gordon, who didn't do anything the first game. He had 13 this game. Michael Porter Jr., he had a better game, had 18. Jokic, obviously, he had 38. Campazzo, who I actually like Campazzo. I'm not gonna lie. Campazzo, he's an agitator. I don't know if you watched the game or seen the play where he calls McCollum to get a not a tech. He got a flagrant one. He's just an agitator. But and then Austin Rivers had 9. So everybody from the starting 5, they pretty much were in double digits. So that's what you like to see. Whereas if you look at Portland on the other end, everybody didn't really, Lillard had 42, McCollum had 21, Nurkic getting fouled out, that was big too. Powell had 15, Covington only had 3 points, so it's just like, when you look at that, and then nothing from the bench for Portland at all. My Anthony had 5. That's the high off the bench. So, yeah. When you have Denver doing what they were doing, pretty much as a whole, as a basically as a whole team versus selective people on Portland, yeah. But I'm not mad at it, and let's be real, Denver could not afford to go to Portland down 0-2. It might be the same thing like I'm saying for Miami. Portland goes up 3-0. The series is probably over.
Probably.
There's only been a few teams to blow a 3-1 lead, right? So
yeah.
It happens. Don't get me wrong. It could happen.
It could happen.
Yeah, it don't happen that often. This is why it's a big deal when it does happen or when it did happen. So,
yeah. But the Nuggets and Trailblazers, like I said before, that series is going to be probably more of the hard fought series in the Western Conference playoffs. Two teams is really based on team basketball. It's either one plays all together and one doesn't, and if the one that doesn't, they're most likely going to lose, as what we see with the Trailblazers. Yeah, Dame did everything possible, like 40, almost 50 points. But as you go from him and then CJ, and then you go down, and then after Powell, everybody else is either single digits or 0. As Denver, sure, you got the Joker with 38, but then you see some other people in double digit numbers, and everybody's contributing. So it's really that series is really a team basketball series. Like everybody has to be involved. Like, sure, of course, your star players are going to do what star player does, but once they're on the bench, the second unit that's coming out, they have to start contributing now. They have to contribute. If not, then we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this mostly most of the times. So this one, I can tell right now, this series right now, if it keeps going like this is gonna be a game 7 in this.
Mm-hmm.
And who's gonna get it? It's really a flippable coin. It's who really gonna come out is really it depends on the teams. It really is. I can't really pick a winner. It's literally depends. I mean, I picked the Trailblazers to win it, but like it really depends. If the Trailblazers, if it goes to game 7, it really depends. Other than Dame, CJ, like everybody else, do you really want it? And vice versa for the Nuggets.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, I mean, I picked Denver to win the series, but again, Melo's my favorite player. That's well documented, and I'm a Dame fan as well. So I'm not mad. I am enjoying probably this series, probably the most out of any of the series.
Yeah, because
I want to see how this Lakers Suns goes tonight, because that might be another series that could be very interesting to watch. But thus far, if I had to say, I agree that definitely this Portland Denver series is for my money, this is the best series right now going on.
Yeah, because they're both evenly. Even though like Dame and all that, and they're really on paper, they're really evenly matched, really, because of how they play basketball, like their style of play. They really are a team oriented. Hey, let's move the offense, slow it down, move the offense kind of basketball. So like this is the one to say like, hey, it's not because of Dame's going to be off or that is going to be off. It really depends on the team.
Yeah. Well, again, I'll be locked in for this series, especially. We watch all the series, nonetheless, but this series particularly definitely has my interest. So we're gonna see how everything plays out. I would love to see them go 7, but I do think Denver is gonna find a way to edge it out. But I am open to being wrong. I'm open to Portland doing it. And I will say this here first. I will say this. If was the 5th, right? If the Suns can beat the Lakers in that series, right? I feel like it opens up the whole door for the West.
If LeBron is not, if LeBron's out, no, there's not if. If LeBron is out, it's wide open. If LeBron is out of the playoffs, anybody can win. Anybody can win. If LeBron James
but like how some of these series are going, and some of them has only been one game, so I can't you can't write too much into it. We're gonna see like I see, I gotta see if the Suns look as hungry, as good as they did the other night tonight. But Memphis kind of shot some people, beating Utah in the first one. We gotta see what happens in game 2. We're gonna see what the Suns do again here. This Portland. I would like the second round of the playoffs to be kind of opposite of what I picked, I guess. Like, let's say the Lakers are out of it. Let's say the Clippers are out of it. Utah's out of it.
So it'll be Grizzly, Mavs, Suns, Blazers.
Yes, that would be crazy.
And to be honest with you, saying those names all the way down, other than the Mavericks, none of those teams has been to a finals in ever or in a while.
That would be crazy though, but it'll be all pretty much young guns besides Dame. But
I mean, yeah, still young. But even with
that would be my dream. That'd be my dream scenario
right.
If everything could go perfect.
Right. But even if that's the case, they still gotta face the Nets or whoever comes out in the East. And if it's the Nets, I don't know anybody that's gonna stop Harden.
Hey, we'll get to that when we get to that, right? But I'm just saying, in the dream scenario,
right,
we would get those four going on, and I think that make for some interesting series.
I got you.
But we'll see how that all goes. But onward we will go, and onward in his career, Mr. Julio Jones is going. So we'll talk about that next.